Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my YouTube channel Tech Hashmi. Today I am going to teach you the topic of module 3, which is about kernel and image of homomorphism. So what is kernel and image of module homomorphism? For this, first of all, you should know about the module homomorphism. What is module? And first you should know about what is module. Module is a topic in which we study about rings and its applications. Now, what is kernel and image of module homomorphism? Kernel. First of all, I am tell you about the what is kernel in module homomorphism. Kernel. Let's suppose let R be a ring in our module homomorphism and Mn be any two module homomorphism. Let a function phi which is from M on to N be two module homomorphism. Then kernel of phi is a set in which all the elements from M are taken whose image goes to 0 in N, and it is a subset of N. So kernel of phi is the set in which we have the elements of M and whose image, when we apply a function on this element, we get an identity which is OM. This is called kernel of homomorphism. Now, what is image of homomorphism? Image of homomorphism is the set in which we get the images of the function. We have elements from M on which function is applied, and all those functions are come into this set, and this set is the subset of N, which is called image of homomorphism. Now I am going to tell you about theorem in which I will tell you what is kernel phi and image of phi. First, kernel of phi is a submodule of M. I have to prove it. How I prove it? There. Kernel of phi. First, I said you that what is kernel of phi. Kernel of phi is the set in which the elements of M, which include or which consist of the elements of M, on which the function's image is 0 and it is the subset of M. I am going to prove to you what is the kernel of phi is the submodule of N. I am produced. Let I suppose that let R be a ring and M and B two submodules and phi is a function from M to N. I will prove that how this kernel of phi is a submodule of M. I had my notes from which I am going to tell you about it. Suppose to prove submodule, I have to prove two properties of module, submodule. Oh, sorry, submodule. In submodule, we have to take two elements from the kernel of phi, and in first I prove their difference belongs to kernel of phi, and in second I have to prove that I have taken elements are from ring and an element from kernel of phi, and their product will be from kernel of phi. Then it will be proved that kernel of phi is the submodule. Suppose M1 and M2 be two elements which I taken from kernel of phi, and there you can see kernel of phi. Suppose M1 and M2 belongs to kernel of phi such that phi of M1 is equal to 0 and is equal to phi of m2. Now when I take their difference and apply the function on it, it will be separated and I get an identity, and then I will prove that m1 minus m2 belongs to kernel of phi. Secondly, let I take an element r from ring and an element m from kernel of phi. I will take their product Rm, and when I apply a function on Rm, the R will go outside the function and the function will only apply on M, and phi M is already 0, and then Rm will be 0. Hence kernel of phi, from these result I will prove that kernel of phi is a submodule of M. Now secondly, I am going to prove that image of phi is the submodule of n. First of all, I will take a set in which images of the function are taken, which is image of phi is phi m. Now I am going to prove two properties of submodule, which are these. First, take two elements from image of phi and then their difference must belongs to image of phi. And second, two elements taken from image of phi and their product must belong to kernel of phi. Then it will be some module which I have to prove. Let any two element n1 and n2. n1 and n2 belongs to image of phi, and when I take their difference n1 minus n2, which is phi m1 minus phi m2, and their function, and when I apply function on it, then it will separate and the function belongs to image of phi. So first property have been proved. Now we are going to prove the second property of module. Let R be any element from ring and n be any element from image of phi. I have to prove their product must belongs to kernel of image of phi. When R makes product with n will be phi of m, and R m on which phi is applied will become R into phi of n. Here phi of n is 0 and R into 0 is 0. Here we have proved that Rn belongs to image of phi. Hence I proved image of phi is the submodule of n. So this is all about the kernel and image of module of homomorphism I have tell in this video. Next video I will prove a theorem which is also about the kernel and image of homomorphism, in which I will prove three more theorems about it topic. This video is all about it, and I will tell you next video about what is isomorphism. So keep watching my video. Allah Hafiz.